the saddest part of the World Cup, bro. Well, not the saddest, but one of the saddest. Japan losing, bro. I wanted Japan to go to the final so bad.
I know.
And they're playing good, bro.
They played well. They even took the lead at
Hmm.
first, and Croatia came back.
Exactly.
But
Croatians are very stubborn. Croatians are very stubborn in losing.
but one thing I
Mhm.
was like insanely disappointed about is Japan's penalty kicks.
And I,
After the group stage, you should be practicing your penalties because it could always get to penalties.
yeah, and think about it. I don't know what method coaches use, obviously, because we're not in there. But you still have to practice, obviously, but you have to rest too. And you're like you said, practice on those penalties or those like play formations, um, because, and I think many teams realized after Japan, like, oh shoot, we got to start practicing penalties because we never know like where it's gonna go.
Yeah, no matter how strong your team is, it could always go anyway. It could go
In
to
penalties.
penalties and you'll never know. You can't be too sure just because your team is solid.
Exactly. And what's another team that I like that got eliminated? Oh no, the one that the most surprising to me was Uruguay or Uruguay because
So what were you saying?
by Uruguay, bro, they had a great team and at the end they didn't even have a chance to make it. And I feel bad for Luis Suarez and Cavani because they've been like fighters with Uruguay for like the longest. I expected more from them, and they even have Valverde from Real Madrid, and then is it Cáceres in Liverpool or the other fast player?
Darwin Nunes.
Oh
Darwin
yeah, Darwin Nunez. Yeah,
Nunes.
you're right.
And we gotta talk about Portugal versus Morocco.
It was rigged.
CR7.
Before we go into that, because that's like a big moment. Why don't we talk about first England versus France, and then we'll go to Portugal at the end, just
Oh
because of the
yeah.
moment. What do you
I
think of that?
was I was triggered that game, dude. I was pissed because from the first moment to the end, I felt like the ref was against England
Mm-hmm.
because
Go ahead.
there, there was one chance where Harry Kane got his left leg hit or like swept, and it was kind of similar to the Argentina one. It was like pretty close to the line and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
and it was like the ref. It was like the ref said, "Oh, I didn't see anything. You're
Well,
blind."
and not just that play, but even the second penalty. I mean, I keep freezing, or you keep freezing, but I'm
All right,
freezing
it's
on your
working
end.
again. It's working again.
Okay, no, I was just saying, yeah, you were right, and even the second penalty, the ref didn't mark it. He was just like, but the bar called him, and he said, "You got to check this out."
Dude, I was watching that part live and I could literally see that guy hitting the England guy from the back.
I was like, I got to see it in replay because he didn't. It looked like someone made contact. I didn't know he tripped, but I was like, he made contact with something,
Yeah,
and
he
then and
ran
then
with like
the ref didn't
force.
mark it.
He ran with force and hit him from behind. I was so
Mm-hmm.
mad. I was like,
And that was really
that was a penalty. There's no way you didn't see that. And he needed VAR to
well,
help him out.
but luckily, um, obviously for France they went through. But I was like, what is that defender doing? Like the forward had no chance of getting that ball,
Yeah,
and they
exactly.
just came in.
You're coming in hard from behind for what? Just let that go. Like it was gonna like just go
Dude,
over you guys.
and even if he would have header it, for or control it, he had time to block him, and the goalie's still there to block. The goalie is actually is decent. Um, Unlike that one in England, he did some good saves, but I don't have that much faith in him.
Yeah.
And what and let's talk about Maguire, bro. Like, why is Maguire being a beast in England but sucks with Manchester United?
This guy is like a new man. Are you seeing him these games? He even almost scored today.
Dude, twice. And then the last free kick was on him. Remember how he dropped him?
Yeah. He was gonna like he was lining up the shot. I was like, this can't be real.
And you know what I was thinking when he got the rebound there? I was literally thinking, oh, they're gonna. I was like, no, they're gonna take the ball away from him, and it's gonna be a counter. Bro, he like jukes that player, then blocks the like with bot and like protects the ball about to shoot, and then now you see like a big old palm tree falling. I'd never seen this Maguire before.
I know. I was like, there's no way. Is Maguire gonna tie the game?
Exactly. Imagine if he would have. And then that rush for free kick at the end, that was he obviously learned from Ronaldo because he always kicks like Ronaldo. But
Yeah.
it was so close to going in.
Yeah, it was pretty close. It was pretty close. I was like, ooh.
I was like, please go in. I want overtime.
And I wanted to bring
um,
yeah, I
Go ahead.
wanted overtime too. I wanted overtime too. I wanted to bring
Mm-hmm.
up the Harry Kane penalty, the second one specifically.
So the same thing. He already shot the first one, and Harry Kane is always known for shooting free kicks either in the middle or on his left side, right of the goalie. Um, Always up, right? He's always known for doing that. It's always hard in the middle or on this side. And if we know England, and even in the past, Harry Kane misses penalties in important games. And this time he has to score against his friend again because he plays for Tottenham. And he looked nervous too when he picked the second ball. Someone else in England was going to kick the second one because just to take some pressure off Harry Kane.
Yeah, the first one, you could already tell he was already nervous.
Yeah, even since the first free kick, he looked nervous.
Both of them were nervous actually. They were
Mm-hmm.
just staring each other down. It
They're
was
like,
like a wild, wild west showdown or something.
they were like, dude, I could look at you, but then we got to go back and play for Tottenham together. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty insane.
it's
I
also
Go
it's
ahead.
also psychological for specifically Harry Kane because you already had one and then you kicked it that way to the left and the goalie went to his left, which is Kane's right side. So in his head, he's probably thinking like, where is the goalie gonna go next this time? Is he gonna go the way I kicked, or is he gonna go the same way he went? And where should I kick it? Should I kick it the same way, or should I kick it where he was diving last time?
And I think with penalties, the only thing that I criticize mostly with shooters, I know it could happen to me too or anyone, but I'm like, at least shoot the ball on target because there's a big chance it's gonna go in,
Yes,
right? Like, and the way he was going, because every time I see someone miss a penalty in the World Cup and Euros, as people who play football understand the movement. The way he was moving and preparing the free kick, I was like, oh, he's leaning too back. He's giving because you could give it too much power, just like he did. But the way the ball goes up, it depends on your movement. And he leaned too much back and then kicked up like that. Well, and obviously where you hit the ball, you hit it more under or in the middle. But you could just tell it was gonna be a missed penalty. Or at least it was gonna be really high because I could tell by the way he was approaching the ball.
yeah. I was watching the game with my dad, and he said
Mhm.
the same thing. At least put it on target.
Exactly.
Like anything can happen if you put it on target.
But because even if the goalie blocks it, we have seen it in the past, especially the power that Harry Kane shoots penalty kicks, he could like just bounce back in.
Yeah. It could the goalie could block it, but it could still go in, or the goalie could block it and then you can get the rebound, like another chance at it.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
you just can't kick it over.
My notifications are going on, but um, and yeah, so we'll leave it at that in the penalty. But let's talk about the other duo, bro. Walker versus Mbappe. Dude, I didn't even know Mbappe was playing.
I was telling my friend, Walker versus Mbappe, I got my money on Walker all day.
Yeah, because Walker is fast, just as him, and he
Because
has body.
yeah, Walker has speed and he has power. So
Hmm.
Mbappe has speed, but Walker also has speed. So
And again, not to say Mbappe is not good, but you see where he plays in the French league and against other, and he has scored against big teams too. But when he's really good and plays like great game, it's always just based on speed. It's just taking people with speed. Not necessarily he does some jukes from here and there, but most of the time that trick or juke is based on his speed. Someone who could like someone who could stay up with his speed, he's not that effective. And let's even talk about, Messi and Ronaldo. They're not the fastest player. Ronaldo's fast, Messi is fast, but there's way players faster than them. But even though those players are faster than them, they're able to juke them based on a movement or on a different or like on a fake or just passing it. But they're not. But Mbappe has to like beat him with speed. If he doesn't beat him with speed, it's not too effective.
yeah. And you could tell in that game, Mbappe was hesitant to take him with speed, dude. The whole game, I only saw one time he took him with speed, and
And he got up to him, and then he couldn't go any farther.
yeah,
And it looked like Walker was like, "Come on, me, bro."
it looked like Walker was like taunting him on some of the plays, like, "Come on, let's go, let's run," but he never did.
And then the other player I really like, other than Mbappe, who is also fast but does more passes, is Dembele. He might not be like in the whole game, but he'll give good passes. And remember that pass that he gave to Giroud when he did like the bicycle kick and he almost scored it?
Yeah,
Um, dude, I thought that went in. That goalie surprised me. I was like, oh shoot, he blocked it.
yeah,
And yeah, France and England, it always feels more sad to me when the team is playing better or the team who played better lost. And obviously soccer is not, or football is not like that. It's not based on who plays better. It's whoever scores the goals and it's more decisive in a key moment, right?
yes.
Um, but I always feel bad or feels more sad when like another team gave it their all, they were playing better, and then they just didn't win.
France, I thought was gonna dominate, but they had barely had any chances the whole game.
Mm-hmm. And Mbappe only had like one shot on target, and it wasn't like almost gonna be a goal either.
Yeah, it, goals are all is all that matters in
Mm-hmm.
this game because you could play well, but if you don't score the goals, it's over.
Yeah, you're out.
And in this game specifically, England was dominating. They were attacking like shot after shot, chance after chance. I felt so bad for them.
Dude, since France scored the first goal, England was like, oh no, like we're not about to get eliminated. And the whole players, bro, were like come on, we got our dream team because they do have a like really good team and good
Yeah,
great players. They were like, no, we're not about to go down easily. Like
yeah,
let's show France what we could do. And dude, I was
exactly.
enjoying that game.
Yeah, me too, me too.
And then I was like, come on, France, do something else than defending.
France was like at the back, they were making mistake after mistake. They were like making bad decisions, like bad fouls in the
Mhm.
box and stuff. Even though they're lucky the refs didn't call it.
Yeah. And lucky the Harry Kane missed that penalty, but
Yeah.
it
Like
reminded
you
me. It reminded me of the World Cup 2014 in Brazil. Remember how Germany was dominating every team and
yeah.
like just smashing teams, and then they go to the final against Argentina, and Argentina was doing good, but they weren't like crazy good. They were just solid defensively. And then it gets to that final World Cup, and then Germany doesn't do much. And actually, Argentina has more chances, but we already know the people who miss shots. And I was like watching the same thing. I was like, France was dominating and has scored many goals, but at this moment, it looks like England wants to win it more.
Yeah. And did you see? I don't know if you saw Henderson. He was like sprinting
Mm.
up, pressuring the goalie and stuff, and he was looking back like, "Are you guys coming or not? Like, come on, let's go."
Yeah, bro. Watching England, I got tired. I was like, dang, I don't know how much stamina they have because they were not just their middles, but their defenders. They would like go up and attack and then run back really fast. Including from the forwards, the midfielders, and the defensive. And the goalie also, the goalies. The goalies are always passionate. He was like, "Go!"
Yeah.
But yeah, sad for England. I wanted them to win, not because I wanted France to lose, but because they simply were playing better in this game.
They really were. France, the two goals were the best chances they ever had.
Yeah, and but see, again, it's rigged. Did you see Giroud laughing since like minute 60? Like we're gonna win. Like it's a done deal. Didn't you see like Giroud was just like, and remember he tried to fake that penalty and they didn't give him a yellow.
Yeah, dude.
That's a yellow card when they check because no one touched him and he just fell.
They were France was playing with 12 men. That's why Giroud was laughing.
Yeah, England was lucky that Maguire was doing double the work this time. Dude,
Maguire
I'm
was
still
like
shocked that
carrying the
Maguire was.
ball up. Maguire was like carrying the ball up, making plays, getting headers, hitting the post, getting that last chance, juking the player, and winding up to shoot.
Dude, he was lining it up, bro. He was like, "This is," and then someone dropped him. But yeah, he's been playing good. I think United is the one that's cursed. I don't know what happened.
Even the last free kick, it was like Netherlands versus Argentina part two.
It
That
was.
was that was literally the same, pretty similar distance, pretty similar area.
And I think what I think it was World Cup 2014 where Argentina also eliminated the Netherlands in penalties. But again, I just I feel bad for Brazil, but Croatia deserved it because they were fighting. France, big team, great players, but England wanted it more, at least in my eyes. Argentina complicate themselves. They had the whole game, and it seemed like they were like, "Let's choke again." I don't know what happened. It was like it's about to end. Like, yes, control the ball, and if like it's over here, kick it to the sideline or just kick it to the other side, like as far as you can to the other side. Like it's not
Yeah,
that complicated. And
yeah,
and that's what Walker was doing. He was like, I'm not about to try to joke people. When it was too much pressure and when France was pressuring too much on top, and because he knows Mbappe's speed, he wouldn't risk it. He would just send it whenever he knew it was the best decision.
yeah. Walker's a great player.
Hmm. And Harry Kane too. Despite he missed that penalty, he was doing good.
If if he were to hand that penalty over to someone else, I would totally understand.
And if they would have missed it too, I would just been like, you're playing it.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people would criticize Harry Kane if he handed it to someone else, but you gotta understand like the pressure and what he would go through.
Yeah, and there's always going to be criticism, right? Even if the other player would miss it, they would criticize that player, and they would criticize
Exactly.
it was Hurricanes for not shooting. But as we all saw, he shot it, he missed it.
He'll still get criticized for that too, for
Exactly.
missing it.
And this goes back to England being England has always not been good in penalties in decisive moments. Every time they get eliminated from something, it's in penalties.
Yeah.
And I think they need to somehow let that go because they always lose in penalties.
I wanted to mention, shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say.
England, France,
Oh
criticizing.
yeah. For Harry Kane, if he was having second thoughts about which side he should have put it in, the easiest bet, straight down the middle. Straight down the middle has a high possibility of going in because the chances of goalies just standing in the middle
It's
barely.
not. Well, and especially him, obviously he's in the moment. I think there was a lot of pressure, overthinking, and he wasn't like really thinking fully. But he should remember, okay, last penalty I shot it the same way. He's gonna dive that way. Might as well just play it safe and shoot it in the middle where it's gonna go in regardless, or a rebound, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's easy for us to say, or anyone else, because we're watching it, we're not in the moment.
Yeah.
But that's just our speculation.
Yeah. It's easier to say than to do it. But like you said, it's a safe bet to just shoot it down the middle.
Especially he shot to that side, like because when you shoot one side and then there's a second penalty kick by the same person, there's a chance the goalie's gonna dive to where you first shot, or the second post, or the second side where you didn't shoot.
Yeah.
But they're gonna stay in the middle for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah.